Fool, one day you hear, and then you're gone.
Hello guys, my name is Paula. You are on Follow Paula. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to hit that little bell up there. Subscribe so that you know when I have a new video. So this is my husband Rick.
Yep.
He's gonna be chiming in on this topic. So today we are here to talk about family support, family and friend support, but mostly family support.
Yeah, because that's a topic for you.
That's a topic people have asked about, right?
Yeah.
So we will be discussing it. So how do we start this off?
That's for you. I don't really have family.
Well,
You're my family, and
that's the best one.
you support me, so it works out well.
Okay. So let me get a little closer. Okay. So I am one of 8 kids. I have a really big family with lots of nieces and nephews, and being on a weight loss journey, being on a fitness journey, or just trying to better yourself health-wise, it doesn't quite work in my advantage that I have a birthday, a family function literally every month. So back when I first started my journey, the first time around that I dropped 100 pounds was right after my mom passed away, and it was rough, mentally, emotionally, everything was just tough. So I spoke about depression in my previous video, so if you haven't watched it, make sure you go watch it.
Yeah, this is basically like a part 2 of that.
Yeah.
Because they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah. So when that happened, even though I do have lots of siblings, I have to say no one was really there for me other than Rick. No one knew what I went through. I don't even think I fully have told them what I had to deal with on my own terms. So how do I get to it? So when I started that journey, before my mom passed away, I even auditioned for The Biggest Loser. This is right after she had a major heart attack, and she basically told me, like, I know you need to lose weight, like, I've been telling you this for a really long time. And I'm getting emotional.
I think at this time your dad was still alive, right?
Yeah, my dad was still in the hospital.
So this was about 2009 that she had auditioned, and we made a video for that, which we still have, and we'll release that later on.
Someday, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was in the hospital, and I found a pamphlet, and it was a women's heart health center in Long Beach. And she was like, look, you need to lose weight, you need to go get checked, because I am the biggest of my siblings at that time. And so she told me, you need to go get checked and blah blah blah, I'll pay for it. And she gave me the money, and I did. I went, and you were with me.
Yeah, we've been together a long time. I've been with you way before all that. But
yes.
Yeah, we went. This was like,
so,
I think you were 23, maybe 24 years old.
Yeah, so I went in, and right away I got scared because the nurse kept taking my blood pressure. And she left the room, came back, and checked it again. She was like, oh, maybe it's just like, what do they call it? White lining or white something, where you're scared, therefore your blood pressure goes up. And she thought that's what was going on. My blood pressure was extremely, extremely high. It was like 190 over 180 or something. Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
People are always like, oh, that can't happen, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it can. So the reason why I had went in when my mom told me go check yourself was because I had been having lots of headaches, a lot of ringing in my ears, like this weird noise, like psh, 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 in my ears. And my mom was like, that's your blood pressure. You need to go now. So I went when she told me. Right away, the next day, I made the appointment and I went in. And yeah, so the nurse kept checking. And her name was Cindy. What was her name? Cindy?
Cindy, yeah. This was at the Long Beach Memorial.
Yeah, Long Beach Memorial Women's Heart Center. It's pretty cheap. It was only like $50, I think. And yeah, so right away they put me on medication. I called my mom. I was crying. I'm like, I have high blood pressure and it's really high. And they put me on medication. So I'm over there crying like a baby. And
they made you keep coming back for
yeah,
like the whole week straight.
Yeah, every single day I would go back to get my blood pressure checked because they put me on blood pressure medication. And that's when I had... Did I make the video before that or after?
What video?
The trying to get on The Biggest Loser. No, after.
That?
After, I think.
No, before that.
Before that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the story. So I made the audition video for The Biggest Loser. I even went and stood in line, remember?
Yeah, we both did.
I went and I stood in line at the Citadel outlets. So this is before the blood pressure thing. Sorry, bear with me. It's just a lot of time frames. So we did the audition video. My dad was in the hospital. He couldn't talk at the time. He had a trach. And basically he couldn't talk, but like, remember he did like eye gestures.
Mm-hmm.
And so we told him like, I'm trying to get on this show, blah blah blah. And my mom also did like a talking part where she talked about how if I made it on the show, I could help like the rest of my brothers and sisters, and I could help her get better. And
at this time,
after that,
we didn't really know anything about working out.
Yeah, we didn't know anything about working out or losing weight. And so at this time, my dad was still alive, right? And then he got really sick and he passed away. That's when my mom was like, okay, you really need to go get tested, blah blah blah. So it was very fresh of my dad passing away that I went and got the blood pressure, and they did a
this is within 6 months difference.
Yeah, so they did blood work and all that. And then that's when I was like, okay, I gotta lose weight. So I started to eat healthier. So then a few months after, my mom passed away. And basically me losing weight was like I guess like keeping the promise to her, whatever, and to better myself. So so I started trying to lose weight, and we joined a gym, Rick and I did. And so we started working out, and all I did was cardio. So
and when you weren't at the gym, she was just like sleeping the whole time.
I was super
eating
depressed.
very little bit, which
yeah.
is why it was easier for her to drop about 110 pounds
I
in
basically
less than a year.
starved myself. Like,
yeah.
I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
Maybe 1,000 calories that we were eating a day, and probably burning like 3,000.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. All I had in my head was, okay, I have to lose weight. I don't want to freaking die. Blah blah blah. But I was extremely depressed, and I didn't know I was depressed at the time. I had no idea what depression was, and I can say I had no family support. All I had was Rick, and when we were trying to lose the weight, they were always inviting me over, and if I didn't show up, they would get upset. When I brought my own food, they kind of got upset, and right?
Oh yeah, this was the first
made
journey,
a
huh?
big that was our first journey. So they made a big fuss about it and so forth. So eventually they just stopped inviting me over. They never really looked for me. So it's really hard to get your family involved, you know, like, so my only family support has always been Rick, and that's why we are doing the sabotaging video, because he can be my biggest supporter and he could also be my biggest supporter to eat bad.
Yeah, we kind of do that to each other.
And we do that to each other. So I don't know, I guess if you have a smaller family setting, it's much easier for you to have like family support, and it's easier to get everyone on page to eating better. And if you have a big family, if you I'm a Mexican, so we have a ton of freaking brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, and although they know that our family history is very bad, with my brother passing away at 35 years old, it's very hard, like, to get people on the same page. Some don't want to get healthy. Some do, but they do it on their own. And then this year, I was trying to get my sister, like, involved, and I personally went over. I meal prepped for her. I did it like every single day, like every single week I did it. I tried to get her to work out. I tried to get her to sign up for the gym, which she did, but I was never really able to work out with her because of her work schedule and stuff. And then eventually she just stopped going. Eventually I felt like I was overimposing myself, and I felt like
you can't force someone to
like
want to
you
do it.
can't force someone to do it. Yeah. And I felt at the point that I was kind of forcing her, and, like, I'm not gonna say wasting my time because it sounds terrible, but I kind of was. Like, nobody really listens when you want to help them. So when it comes to everything in my life, I know I've made my choices, and I just feel that I haven't had any family support. My sisters do stick with each other, and I'm the...
There's 4 girls total.
Yeah, there's 4 girls total.
And she's the youngest.
I've always been like the black sheep because the age gap is very, very big. And I've always been very outspoken, very bratty, I guess.
Yeah, you
Pretty
still are,
bitchy.
even to me.
Shut up. But I never shut up. And, you know, that's when you're a teenager and a young adult. So I feel like they've always held that against me, like, where they think I'm still that kid and I'm not. I have to say I've really grown, and you know, I'm now, that's why I always tell you guys have to be selfish and just worry about yourself, because no one else is gonna worry about you. It'll probably take a stranger to worry about you than sometimes your own family. For example, Maria, she's probably been I can't talk.
She's probably been, what, your biggest support of non-husband or family?
Mm. And I don't know why I get so emotional about this. Like, that was part of my depression, and part of my anxiety was feeling that I did have such a big family, but yet I didn't. We were close at some point, and then, I don't know, just life happens, and your choices are different than what they want your choices to be, or it's just you just grow apart. So when it comes to family, you can either grow closer or you can grow apart. And I guess that's with any life journey, you know?
Yeah, that could be with friends, family, loved ones. Could be with anybody, really.
Yeah. So I have no idea what this video turned out to be, other than an emotional roller coaster and therapy. But yeah, getting back to topic, it's very hard to get family support unless they want the same things you want and are willing to stop thinking about, oh, it's just this one party, it's just this occasion, which is every freaking month or whatever. Eventually they start changing their mind about inviting you, or they don't invite you,
or they accept it,
and they start trying to be healthy with you. And unfortunately, that hasn't been my situation. I don't know, my family doesn't even know where I live or what I'm doing other than what they see on social media, if they even look at my social media. And I don't know, it makes me sad, but I do have Rick, and he's the only support that I basically need. He's always giving me that push, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. What is your opinion? Because you're sitting here just watching me cry.
I don't know. Like, what about like other people that like?
What do you think about other people who just have their husband too? Like, what is your opinion about how to help, maybe how to help your other person, like, be better? Like what?
I don't know. You just have to want the same things. Like, I mean, especially
yeah, but even if you don't want the same things, I feel like
well, here's the thing.
People
like,
should make an effort.
With you, it's like
I've
already seen 3 of your family members pass away because of heart disease. So I don't want my wife to die because of that. So that makes me more motivated to help her, because I'm not trying to lose her before we even have kids or even after. So, like, you got to think, like, is it going to be health related? And just because, like, you're not sick at that moment doesn't mean that sooner or later you're not going to get to that point where you are, and then you're going to start feeling like, oh my God, maybe I should have been more supportive. Or even you could be the one that ends up getting sick because you're so stubborn with your own things.
Yeah.
Like, I see, like, a lot of couples, even both will be, like, overweight, and then, like, the husband or wife is like, oh, I don't really want to do it. And you'll just see, like, the husband at the gym or just the wife at the gym, and you're like wondering, well, why aren't they supporting it too? And then the one that's not supporting it can end up being the one being sick because they were so stubborn in their own ways.
What about when you see a fit husband or wife and the other one is not?
And they don't want to listen?
Yeah.
Same thing. That's crazy to me. Because the thing about fitness is it's not.
I just feel like
it's not like you're going to make your life worse. Fitness is supposed to enhance your life, not take.
I know, but I feel like there's been so many times that I want to quit, and you're always pushing me. Like, I might get upset at you. I might get annoyed with you.
That's because I'm a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah, you are, obviously. But you never, like, let me quit fully. Like, you might be like, yeah, okay, quit. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll let her quit for the day until I'm never going to bother again. The next day I'll bother the crap out of her.
Yeah, or by then I'm, like, already back to my normal self. Because I talk about that in the depression and anxiety video, how, like, I have, like, little spurts of anger sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think that's why I've, like, strayed away from my family too, and that's why I had, like, little spurts of anger back then, because I was depressed and I didn't know how to express it other than being a bitch. And, like,
well, we'll say a lot of times you will try to go back and, like,
hang
out with them.
I'm always the one that's looking for them.
But then after you go and do it, you get more depressed after that, because you, like, sometimes they don't hit you up again after that. It's usually you, like, imposing yourself into their life, and you're just hoping that.
So this
like,
video is probably
start...
gonna bring me drama because they're probably gonna be like, "Why are you putting all their stuff out there?" Blah blah blah. And it's like, it's just the truth, you know. Like,
it's not really putting anybody out there. You're just talking about your own life struggle.
I know, and I'm pretty sure there's some of you out there living the same struggle, feeling like you don't have anyone there for you, and yeah, it's just that even if you don't have anyone out there and it's for your own health, even if you don't have a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, just know that eventually somebody will come along that will care about you and want like the best for you if they see that you want the best for yourself. Or
they could just watch you for now until they have somebody and use you as their support system.
So this turned out to be way different than I had in my head.
Well, I had no idea what you had in your head. Something's going on with it.
I just wanted to talk about like family support and like how you just can't get everyone to feel that they're gonna help you. Like, you can't get everyone on board with you.
You can't rely on anybody else but yourself. Like, eventually at the end of the day, all you have is yourself, to hold yourself accountable, to hold yourself to your expectations and what you want for yourself, you know. Even if I tell her to work out every day, it doesn't mean she's going to.
Exactly.
And I can't like force feed her. I can't, open her mouth and shove food that she's supposed to eat in there. So I mean, no matter how bad you want other people's support, it's got to come down to you, whether it's in the gym, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's with anything in life. Like, you can't...
because you might think that you're cooking healthy for yourself and you're over there freaking sneaking in stuff, and you're doing it to yourself.
Exactly. That's a lot of times why you don't do like customized meal plans, is because like we can't watch you because like, oh shit, I'm hungry, I might need a little bit of this, and you're like,
or you'll say that you're following this specific thing, but yet you're sneaking in some chips or a fast food meal on the side. Like, it's very hard for someone to just rely on someone else when you're doing sneaky stuff behind the scenes.
Doing it to yourself.
Doing it to yourself. And then we always try and find we have to stop blaming others and just start doing for yourself. So when I say stop blaming others, I go back to that family support, because I kind of did that, right? Like, when I did go over and then I ate bad and then I kept that pattern going of eating unhealthy, I was like, oh, well, I should have never gone over there. I should have never blah, blah, blah. Or I'd get depressed. Like, a lot of my past, like, this year has been the best year, like, I have to say.
Yeah, for both of us.
With every aspect of my life. In the past years, like, I worried so much about, why do my sisters not like me? Like, why doesn't anyone look for me? And shit, I keep doing this. And I kept blaming that on why I was like being depressed, why I was eating bad, and
why you had the case of the efforts.
Yeah. And I don't know, I finally, like, this year has been the year where I'm like, screw it, I have no one. Like, I'm not the only one who has no like family that looks for you, who cares about how you're doing. If they care, if they sometimes if they ask how I'm doing, it's just because they want to know, like, I don't know, dumb things. I don't even know how to explain it. This video has been going on for forever.
Oh well, we don't cut, so they get raw.
So if you guys are watching, thank you guys for watching this emotional roller coaster.
And hopefully you made it this far.
Yeah. I guess I'm getting so emotional because it's very hard for me to talk about this. Like, because the only person that has dealt with it is you and Maria. Like, you guys are the only people who really know my struggles. And yeah, like I finally just stopped caring about everything and everyone, and I've just been focused on myself and my future, and mostly just living in my present, you know, like trying to better myself now, then think about, oh, well, where am I going to be next year, or how come I don't have this, or how come I don't have this at this age, like what did I do wrong, and blah blah blah. Instead of dwelling on what I did wrong, I'm looking to fixing my things now so that it could just carry on to my future. Because in the past I've done good, I've done my weight loss, like started my weight loss or whatever, and then I let all these things set me back and I let it stop me. And finally this year I haven't let anything stop me, and hopefully you guys can get to that place where you just have to be selfish and worry about you and what you're doing. And if you try and reach out to other people and they don't give back to you, then just be like, I'm done with it, you know.
That's one of the reasons why you want to start doing videos like this and all the other ones, so that people can, you know,
feel like they have someone like you guys.
Well, not just that,
can have me.
They can use your struggles as a way not to deal with their own.
Yeah.
Like you've been through so much that maybe other people won't have to go through that to change, you know, their life around for the better. So, with these emotional roller coasters going on, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully you got something out of it. It wasn't just a bunch of rambling.
Something out of it. Like I tried. Maybe I'll try to make another video more specifically, but that is just what came out of.
Well, I think this is good because they're getting to know more about you, regardless.
Yeah. Yes. I just felt like all I did was cry, and basically, you just have yourself, and that's the only person you can rely on. And with that being said, I'm done.
I guess that's enough for now.
It's enough emotional. So yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget I'm here for you. And that's about it for today. See you guys later.